Right,
We're good
it's 6 o'clock.
for positive.
All right. 6 o'clock. I'd like to welcome everybody to our meeting tonight, and we'd like to jump right into it and start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand. I pledge allegiance.
Governing Board President Sherry Lowell.
Present.
Governing Board Clerk Denise Reese. Here. Governing Board Member Tony Bruno.
Present.
Governing Board Member Raul Rodriguez.
Present.
Governing Board Member
Dr. John Sparks.
Present.
District Administration Superintendent Dr. Manuel Valenzuela.
Present.
Assistant Superintendent Scott Downs.
Here.
Assistant Superintendent Brett Bonner.
Here.
Chief Financial Officer Lisette Huey. Absent.
Thank you very much. We will go on to the approval of the agenda. Dr. Valenzuela.
Yes, ma'am. President Lowe, members of the board, at this time I do recommend approval of the agenda as it was revised.
So much. We have a recommendation. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you very much. We'll go on to the approval of the minutes. Dr. Valenzuela.
Yes, ma'am. President Lowe, members of the board, in your packets you have draft copies of the minutes from the regularly scheduled meeting of the board back on January 10th, 2024. And after your review and consideration, I do recommend approval at this time.
Thank you very much. I have a recommendation. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you very much. Ratification of the vouchers. Dr. Valenzuela.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, President Lowe. This evening, in reference to our CFO's absence, this responsibility has been delegated to Assistant Superintendent Downs. Please proceed, Mr. Downs.
Yes, good evening, Madam President, governing board members. On behalf of Mrs. Huey, I'm recommending approval of payroll voucher number 13 and 14 and new payroll number 18 for total payroll of $6,597,996.72. Furthermore, I recommend expense vouchers ratification number 3049 through 3056 and new expenditure vouchers 3067 and 3070 for total expense vouchers of $9,209,698.63 for a grand total of $15,807,695.35.
Thank you very much. I have a recommendation. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you very much. We'll go on to Superintendent's report. Dr. Valenzuela.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, President Lowell, members of the board and public. I think one of the very special aspects of our board meetings is the chance to share and to celebrate success. We enjoy doing that, and we have a lot to celebrate and to recognize. I'd like to begin by letting the public know that January is School Board Member Recognition Month. And I need to tell you about something that a lot of people don't know about school boards or school board members. Number one, school board members are publicly elected officials. So they are here to serve. Second, school board members are all volunteer. They are not paid. They do this as a public service. To the third point, which is that this institution, this cause that we call public education, is noble and it's worthy. And if you know these folks, your neighbors, your fellow community members, they care about this community, and that's why they do it. So, in honor of that, and since this was not otherwise on the agenda, I'm going to exercise privilege in terms of my report to recognize our board members for their service, and to ask you, after you receive your little goodie bag here that we've prepared for you in Sahuarita blue, to make your way to the beautiful balloon decoration that was made by our own Elsa Morales, who is a team member in our office, and coordinated by Betsy Palacios. I basically asked her, please, could we do this? And the rest is history. But these folks are true public servants and true treasures to this community. And I want to say thank you. I want to put forth this celebration to all of you. And I was wondering if we could please all give them a round of applause.
Thank you.
At the end, would you, Madam President?
If you have something you'd like to say, of course, who am I to tell you not to? But we'd like to get a picture right now so that we get that done. If we could take a
I was just suggesting maybe we could take the picture at the end so we don't delay the meeting with us.
Sure.
Is that
as long as
okay?
Amber has her camera, we'll
appreciate that.
we'll take the picture at the end.
Thank you.
Onward.
That
Congratulations.
beautiful backdrop will still be here when we end, so
Yeah, we'll
thank you.
spare everybody a few
In that
extra
regard, then
minutes.
I'll just carry on to more of where that came
Thank
from.
you.
Positive stuff to share. If you've been around Sahuarita High School lately, well, Sahuarita Middle and Sahuarita High School have had these kind of, I guess they're arches, you'd call them, and they've kind of been part of the identity of both schools since one of the last major renovations in the district. And those arches were looking rather shabby. They were starting to kind of crack in the drywall. So recently we were able to have those repaired, redone, literally like from the studs, from scratch. And thank you to Mr. Ramon Andrade, our facilities director, and Mr. Downs, and all the folks that were involved in making this happen to us. We have a few pictures to show you. Well, you can see they're literally gutted. And then the final product is kind of back to the way they were. I think it was in 1998. There it is. Looks beautiful. So we're grateful for that. I always love to brag on our teams. Our Sahuarita High School wrestling team recently competed with 30 teams in the South Point Catholic Lancer Classic. And our girls, I believe, came in third place. And our young men were champions. So we are succeeding in many, many aspects, which leads me to my next point. You know that we have a very highly recognized, highly successful NJRTC program. And I never cease to be amazed at how this organization sets a pace for excellence. Recently, I got a message from Master Sergeant Jeff King, United States Marine Corps retired, who is one of the naval science instructors in the program, about that's called the Dysart Demon Raider event. These young people do everything from full Humvee trucks. They do obstacle courses. They crawl in the mud. They climb over big walls. They run long distances. And they strive for excellence in all they do. Well, these students came in second place at a meet that had dozens of participants up in Dysart in the Phoenix area. The interesting part is I learned that perhaps they might have come in first place because they were competing with some of the younger cadets, the younger students, because some of the more veteran cadets were competing with Commander Brad Roberson, Senior Naval Sciences instructor, in California at the Area 20, 21, 22 Orienteering Championships, which is an amazing challenge. It's like working your way through a maze with a compass and math. It's like integrated education at the highest level. And I believe they came out of like the same number, like 30 teams, Commander, in the whole region, Nevada, California, Arizona. They came in third and they qualified for the Orienteering Navy Nationals in Charlotte, North Carolina, coming up, I think, in March. So our students are just succeeding in so many ways. Speaking of military affiliations, I don't have a picture, but yesterday, along with Master Sergeant King, we had the opportunity to visit with Colonel Scott Mills, the commander of the 355th Wing at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base. Very amazing gentleman, leader, and we were talking about ways that we can continue to collaborate to build our ROTC program and also to serve the families and the students of our community. We have a high military population, and we just want to do everything we can to serve the families of the folks that are serving our country in such a special way. So enjoyed that. That was special. We also had the opportunity to recognize 3 more National Board Certified teachers. We went around and delivered the they call it now the special golden pennant. And so the three teachers, Miss Jan Bryson, who's a special education professional at Sahuarita High School, Rusty Carl Ogren, who's an instrumental music teacher at Wrights and Ridge, and Miss Claire Contreras, who, by the way, was also a top 10 finalist for Arizona Teacher of the Year and recently earned her national board certification. And it was just a joy. You know, the Olympics are coming up from Paris this summer. They have their gold medals, and you've got the Emmys, the Oscars, all of that stuff. And in teaching, we have national board certification, and we honor these teachers for raising their level of commitment to the very highest level. And it speaks to the character and the abilities and the type of people that we have in our community serving our students. So with that and many feelings of sincere pride, I close my report. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you very much. We'll move on to the governing board reports, and we'll start with Dr. Sparks.
Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. I think I really can't add a whole lot to the fact that, you know, doing well. When you start the pictures of groups going by in our district, and I think as you all sit here, to me, this is normal that we sit here and listen to students and groups across our district even at high levels every single month. I'm always amazed. And I just appreciate that we live in a community that supports education both through bonds and seeks to provide children with the best opportunity to learn as they would give them individual to in school and learn and grow and participate in activities. And I appreciate that, whether it be, I just am always amazed and grateful for the support, and especially as we embark in the next couple of years of building tremendous amounts of new items, fields, buildings, upgrades due to the bond, and just another demonstration of the community support of education. So I appreciate that, and all of you here, I thank you for that. Whether you see those things across your children's time in the district, and I'm just grateful. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Rodriguez.
Yeah, I'm just happy to see that the parents are here with their kids, to see them recognized for their hard work and to be recognized for the awards they're going to see after our last meeting went empty. So I'm just grateful to see that parents are back. And this is my favorite part of being on the school board is the recognition of the kids. I'm grateful that you're all here. Thank you.
I just kind of want to follow in Mr. Rodriguez's footsteps a little bit. And we all know that it takes a village to raise a child, and for children to be successful, they have to have parents in the background who care for them and understand how important education is. And none of the youth on the slide could actually be where they are without caring, loving parents. So I am really thrilled that you are all here to support your children and the youth in this district. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much. Ms. Reese.
So I want to just, again, Dr. Valenzuela sort of congratulated the teachers who achieved their national board certification. I got to be there when they received their pennants this year. So just congratulations again to Claire Contreras and Jan Bryson. And then actually something that wasn't mentioned about Mr. Ogren Carl is that this was actually he's the first teacher in our district to re-up his certification. So that is an even a bigger accolade. He went through the process and then renewed his certification after the last 6 years. So it speaks to our community and the support that we have here and the support that we have for our instructors and things like that. So I'm grateful and that we have a community that allows our teachers to be able to achieve these kinds of accolades and these kinds of awards. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We'll move on to recognition of community staff and students, and that will punch it over to Dr. Valenzuela, correct? for staff.
Thank you. I believe that we're going to begin with, as I said, our favorite part, the recognition of people, because really people is what it's all about. And we begin with our support staff members. Recently I've had a chance to do a few interviews with media outlets, and one of them was about the state legislative process and Prop 123 and about providing additional investment in education. And one of the points that I consciously made to convey is that when you look at the people that do the work of education, it's a team effort, and that our support staff team members play a vital, critical, essential role in the success of our mission, whether it's our secretarial administrative support personnel, our instructional support personnel that work with teachers directly in the classroom, or the people that drive our buses, or the people that are making sure our facilities are clean, safe, and well kept. So it is a true honor to recognize yet another member of our support staff team that is truly setting a pace for excellence. And to do the honors, I believe Mr. Bruno, Board Member Bruno, is going to present the award. And as always, Assistant Superintendent Downs will do the honors of reading the nomination.
Thank you, Dr. Valenzuela. I'm really excited about this month's nominee. Typically Monday or Tuesday before the Wednesday board meeting, I go to the school and bring cookies for the staff and kind of read the same memo that I do to you to some members of the school. And at this time, it was at Sahuarita Intermediate School. And the way that Mr. Sines had set this stage up was he had brought every single fifth grader into the music room as a surprise. And this candidate, I've personally known for 20 years, so I even got choked up a little bit reading it, which is not hard for me to do, but she's just really a special person, and it was a great nomination. So it is my pleasure to read this nomination from Louise Sines and the Sahuarita Intermediate School team. They have nominated Mrs. Josie Corrales as the Sahuarita Unified School District Support Staff Member of the Month. And she comes down and gets her award. Josie helps whenever and wherever she is needed. She has a great rapport with students and holds them accountable for high standards. She is an excellent colleague who is very knowledgeable about SIS. I know I can always ask her for questions, and she will know the answer. Miss Josie is a joy to work with and a joy to have at SIS. She helps everyone. She is polite, positive, and respectful. She knows how to do so much and is a great source of knowledge when anyone has that question. She is willing to help students and teachers alike. She is a huge asset to SIS, always willing to help people and teachers. She's a wonderful person. Miss Josie is always willing to lend a helping hand. She really cares about our students and fellow staff members. Her dedication to SIS is admirable. Again, Miss Josie Corrales, the Support Staff Member of the Month. Congratulations.
Mr. Sines, you can come on down. Yeah, come on. He's good.
Can we maybe take one more picture with Mr. Sines and Mr. Bruno, the whole trio?
Thank you very much. We will go on to students.
Students. The reason that many of us are here is to celebrate our amazing, wonderful students, probably the best ambassadors that we have in this district, them, their character, and their accomplishments. You know, I talked a little bit about my meeting with Colonel Mills and the great success of our NJROTC program. I have a tremendous amount of respect for the men and women that have served our country and that wear the uniform and have made the sacrifice for the blessings of liberty that we enjoy. And I like to study about leadership from that military perspective because the stakes are high. I mean, what they do is work that sometimes is life and death, and the importance of the mission cannot be stated too strongly. And I was recently reading an article about the Navy SEALs, the special warfare people. And I just found it interesting that they said that when they recruit people for the Navy SEALs, that yes, you have to be super smart, super creative, super educated, super talented, all those things, but that perhaps being trustworthy being worthy of trust is perhaps even more important than some of those technical performance-oriented measures. And the reason I say that is because it reminds me of why we're here. We're here to celebrate because this board and boards before have said that character counts, that citizenship matters, and that it's a vital part of education and of planting a solid seed, a solid foundation for success and service down the road. And these students are here because their teachers, their principals, their school communities have identified them as the one, or in some cases, 2 students a month from their school who, through their daily example, how they behave, how they conduct themselves, how they talk with other students, how they interact with adults, how they bring people together, how they act positively and find solutions, how they've set the kind of example that represents the best of what they can be both now and also for the future. So we honor them, and we also honor you, mom, dad, nana, tata, aunt, uncle, whoever you brought, because we know that's a family affair, and it's a reflection of the values, the example, and the foundation that you've laid for them. And I can only encourage you, please keep doing it. It's the best investment that you can make. I know you're counting on them to be the best, and we, society, community, are counting on them, the next generation. So congratulations. We offer a few tokens of symbolic support to represent this tremendous meaning. Mr. Bruno will present your award, which is a letter signed by me with a nice certificate and a little gift, courtesy of Freeport McMoran. I think it's a bookstore gift card. Do we still have those bookstore gift cards? Yes. And then we're going to take your picture, put it in the newspaper so mom can cut it out and put it in the scrapbook for you, because we want everybody to know how amazing you are. So without any further delay, let me begin with our leaders in character. I'm going to back up to the month of December, even though it's long gone. And we have a student that wasn't able to make it from Wrights and Ridge in December, and we want to recognize her. Her name is Ariela Terran. Ariela. Congratulations. And we will now recognize our leaders in character from Anza Trail School. I always tell people the reason there's 2 is because Anza is a K-8, so it's kind of 2 schools in one, elementary and middle. So we do one of each, starting with a first grade honor from Anza Trail School. Congratulations, Camila Rascon Rodriguez. Camila. Oh, I missed one. Oh, gotcha. No, you're right. It's dark. Got it. And congratulations, Miha. Good job. And, you know, success is a team effort. I realize that these things are shaded in blue on my computer, and I think it's my old eyes. But we will leave no child behind. I missed one. The leader in character, who's also a first grader from Sopori Elementary School. Congratulations, Michael Anthony Loreto. Michael, where are you? There he is. Congratulations, Michael. Come on down and shake our hands. We're very proud of you. And now we'll come back to Anza Trail, and we have a middle school student who's been distinguished with this honor. Congratulations, Amadeo Mendoza Noblesia. Congratulations. And as he's working the table to shake everybody's hands, I will move on to our leader in character from Sahuarita Primary School. Congratulations. This must be the day of the first graders. Congratulations, Edward Gage Torres. Good job, buddy. Congratulations to Edward. As we move to Sahuarita Intermediate School, And I am proud to recognize their leader in character. Congratulations, Maxwell Madison. Good job. Our next student is the leader in character from Copper View Elementary School. And I've had a chance to meet this young man from the early days of the year. A smile that'll light up a room, super positive outlook. I can see why we're recognizing him tonight. And he's only a kindergartner. Congratulations, leader in character from Copper View School, Max Elias. You should go shake his hand. Super proud of you, Max. Keep up the good work. I'm telling you, we have amazing young people in this community. And we now introduce you to a couple more. We're at Wrightson Ridge School, where again, we honor two. And we have another kindergarten student to recognize. Congratulations, leader in character, Josiah Banda. Congratulations, Josiah. And we have a 7th grade student as the middle school leader in character from Wrightson Ridge School. Congratulations, Isaac Acero. Isaac. And we now come back to this side of the street, actually on this campus at Sahuarita Middle School, where our leader in character is another 7th grader. Congratulations, Roman Urquides. And as we continue to move to our next honorees, we have 2 students from our 2 wonderful high schools. Beginning with Sahuarita High School, we have our leader in character as senior Kevin Reyes. Kevin. And our honoree from Walden Grove High School is also a senior. Congratulations, Amanda Ramos Santiago. Keep up the good work. And our last leader in character of the evening is our student from Sahuarita Digital Pathways Academy, which continues to grow in its enrollment. We didn't do the enrollment report, but it's steady. But SDPA has gained 14 students since the last board meeting. So we're proud to offer that educational option. And our leader in character from Sahuarita Digital Pathways Academy today is 7th grader Addison Seals. Addison. We'll either bring Addison back or definitely make sure that Addison receives the award. And I believe with that, we've concluded our recognition. Parents, if you'd like, your choice, if you'd like to come down along with Amber, who's going to take the official media photo, but if you'd like to come down and take a little closer personal shot, we'll take like a couple minutes, and then you're free to leave if you wish. If you'd like to stay, you may, but we know there's lots of things to do on a busy school night. Thank you again so much, and congratulations. Nah, I would just leave it. It's basically flat. We'll just bring it in there. You got it. Yeah, thank you. All right. Yeah. Distinct. They will.
No, that's
Oh, okay. I have a.
Really? Yeah, I get confused a lot. That's funny. We do get confused a lot. It's a great idea. A great idea. You know what? We ought to keep it there. That's kind of cool. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, we should leave it up there.
Well, thank you very much. I think we'll move on with the agenda for tonight. We do have a call to public. Ms. Reese.
We have one call to the public tonight. Corey Stevens.
Just give her a moment to come down. Do we have?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Consideration and discussion of comments and concerns from the public. Those wishing to address the governing board may do so at this time or at the board's discretion at the time the item appears on the agenda. All speakers are requested to hold their comments to 2 minutes or less. 20 minutes will be allowed for both online and in-person comments. In accordance with the Arizona Open Meeting Law, board members may not respond, comment, or ask questions of speakers regarding issues not on the agenda. Any comments not read during this agenda item will still be entered into the public record. Ms. Stevens.
Thank you. My daughter is, she was a student at Walden Grove High School and a member of the cheer team. I was also the cheer booster club president for 2 years at Walden Grove High School. In light of recent situations with the cheer coach at Walden Grove High School, I would like to bring to your attention some things that I would like to see happen with the cheer program at Walden. Coaches are to be mentors and advocates for athletes. For some student athletes, they are going on to college to play in their respective sports, and for some, it will be a lifelong career. I would suggest that the board consider creating an advisory panel when hiring coaches that would maybe exist of members from the athletic department, say maybe a teacher, a member from the school board, maybe a member from the community, and the principal from that school. My daughter and the girls at Walden Grove High School were robbed of their cheer experience, and that happened for a number of years. They had 2 coaches from their high school experience, both in Miss Montano and Miss Hartman, who were not the best of coaches to those girls. They were not mentors. They were not advocates for them. My daughter and those athletes experienced what I would say were not good experiences. I would say we need to find the right people in those positions. We owe it to our kids to do better and find the best mentors possible, be it teachers or coaches. Like you said, Mr. Valenzuela, character and trustworthiness, that needs to extend both in our students as well as the people we choose to be coaches. My daughter experienced harassment from Miss Montano, and I did bring that up to the athletic department. We experienced a situation with personal theft of property, and that situation was in a meeting with the athletic director, and it was never addressed accordingly. I would like to see that this never happens to another student in the athletic department at Walden Grove High School or any other school within the district. So going forward, I would like to see that we create an advisory panel when we hire our athletic coaches. I don't think that's an unreasonable thing to ask. So I thank you for your time this evening, and I should hope that you would seriously consider that request because, as I said, coaches need to be the best advocates and mentors for our student athletes because they are athletes and they should not be robbed of that experience like my daughter and the girls on the Walden Grove High School cheer team were robbed of that experience. Thank you.
Thank you very much. we will move on with the agenda, and the next item up on the agenda is the consent agenda. Dr. Valenzuela.
Yes, ma'am. President Lowe, members of the board and public, you have a list of items that are considered routine consent and that may be considered in one comprehensive motion. And at this time, I do recommend approval of the consent agenda in its entirety as presented.
Thank you very much. We have a recommendation. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any discussion? Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is establishing the next board meeting, which is February 14th, 2024, in this pod here. And we just need a motion for adjournment. Is that correct?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion is second. Any discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Meeting's adjourned. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam President.